Top of the top. Let's go. Let's go. We up. What's up, y'all? Back again. Back, back, back. Let's go. What's up, y'all? Who up in here? Shout out to everybody that's in here. What's up? What's up, One Deep? What's up, the Tops Joe? We're going to just jump into it. Y'all waited long enough, y'all. But I had to put together something decent for y'all for today. So we're going to get into it. Told y'all I was fighting certain stuff. We're gonna get into that stampede as well. It wasn't a stampede, but they did bust through them doors. So I know a lot of y'all saw that video. Nah. I'm saying that because it was many different things said. You know, like he was stalling out certain things. Nah. That alleged breach through those doors, it was for real. Like, why do people think they locked it down like that? People got scared, which meaning they didn't know who ran in there. I threw it at y'all the other day. All the celebrities was on the first floor. You know, certain people, they was all on the first floor. So being that people bust through, that first floor became in danger. So that's what I'm telling you. They were paranoid too. So always remember that. They were paranoid. All them stars in there, they were paranoid. Yeah, because also a lot of that lockdown was for their safety. So you get what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff going on in there, y'all. But yes, that's what reason why I'm saying that, because I noticed yesterday, you know, between the media and everybody was they kept going into explaining that the chaos that happened. Basically, yesterday, that concert was trending for the chaos. That was yesterday. So, okay, throughout the day, I spoke about the national coverage. Yes, they got praise for that last day. That day they brought Rihanna out, that was on TV. And then they also, after that, they kept going into the chaos that happened. They went into the chaos with further detail. So other than that, we'll talk about that. Man, we're going to be talking about everything we already know. So Teyana Taylor, she has embarrassed herself. I spoke about this, man. Like, they don't get it, y'all. So it is what it is. Teyana Taylor embarrassed herself, not just by singing that song, messing up. Plus, Mary was in Vegas. That's why Mary ain't come. So Jay might have felt a certain way. And that could have been, I think Jay had a lot of plans. I don't know. He could have been trying to be funny with Mary as well. Like, Mary, since you don't want to come, I'll just get Teyana Taylor to sing your part. And she can't even sing for real. Or, you know, so that's how we're going to do you, Mary. And where it is, 50 Cent, Mary brought out 50 Cent and then Ja Rule in Vegas. But like I tell y'all, you're going to see everybody gave attention to Jay-Z. So I knew Mary was going back to the residency, but I didn't know she had started back. So I tell you, this time, Mary had a plan. Like I said, Mary had enough time to get back right. So allegedly, Mary brought out 50, and then she brought out Ja Rule after that. See what I'm saying? So, and Mary didn't stop. Mary didn't stop to go to his show. That's what Jeezy did. So I told you, man, he controlled the men. So y'all all got it now. Mary didn't stop her show to go to Jay-Z con. No. That's why Teyana had to sing that. Now, this the part with Teyana where she's messing up. I already told you she's been messing up hanging with them. She don't even realize, y'all, she had made it to an A-list status real quick, but she also don't understand in Hollywood that thing can go real fast. Okay, remember that black girl that played Precious? Remember the dark-skinned one? Where's she at now? All right, y'all know this already. Teyana Taylor is playing herself because now she's trying to explain certain things on why she was messing up. Then that Rihanna situation, that didn't pull a slick one. She been getting roasted. I actually heard the footage of her sounding horrible. She act like she ain't really want to do it. That's the pass I'm going to give her, because around here, I said Rihanna, in my opinion, was retired. She been away from music. It's like your family, everything we spoke about on this channel, it's like somebody worked to desecrate everything that we said was good. You see what I'm saying? Remember when I even said Future still doing this day? Not no more. But what happened? Didn't Future model for Louis? And I said, I see Future with them, but I put it together because Future was with Sierra. Guess who hooked that up? Told you, man, everything is coming to the light. They don't got no talent. So also, guys, the young generation is roasting Future. Everybody roasting them, but I sat back and watched younger people roast him. Like, bro, when you gonna grow up, Future? Like, bro, we not young no more, bro. We used to listen to you. We were teenagers, 20, turning up, getting high. I'm saying, remember, okay, I threw it at y'all. Said, nah, the young generation, they waking up. Y'all, they ain't stupid. A lot of them ain't stupid. They like, Future, I used to rock with you, but bro, you keep saying the same thing. Bro, we don't get drunk and high like that. You just saying, serve your future. When you gonna grow up, bro? You still talking about IG models and the woman you smashing. Told you, man. So when I had went through the Future album, that's why I say it was the same thing. It wasn't worth me commenting on. It was the same exact thing as Future always talking about. But in my head, I was like, nah, this shit corny. But it made me feel a certain way. Meaning I was able to smile to see like the younger generation, they ain't buying it no more. Y'all told y'all what happened. People got smart. A lot of them woke up. But they saying, Future, where your grown man rap at? Like, you still saying the same thing? We was kids. Plus, he getting dragged by NBA YoungBoy, so Future's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Because he started messing with them people. He started hanging around them too much. I told you, I think somebody had a plan. If they go down, everybody going down. Oh, yeah. We also going to talk about a fight broke out at Chris Brown and Usher concert. A fight broke out. So they got bad news. So let's rewind. Remember a while ago I said, guys, the game is over. I said all they ever going to get is what? Bad news. So that's why I didn't want to appear to be a hater with Jay-Z concert. I knew eventually he was going to get some kind of bad news, some kind of way. Because they all going to get bad news. Because all the bad news, which y'all better get is, it means no forward progress. All of the bad news means y'all culture is not going forward. That's what all that means. Y'all doing these little events, but it's not pushing y'all culture forward. And also on top of that, everything y'all do is going to be something negative. That's what it's all about, y'all. I also could see days later, that whole Yankee Stadium situation, it wasn't promotion for Yankees, like I said. I see Dame Dash put it together. Dame Dash be online. Dame Dash be in tune. Watch the Dame Dash interview. It ain't even that, y'all. I've been put it together. But I was like, nah, the Yankees brand bigger than him. That whole thing was Yankees. But when I watched the damn interview, he brought it to my attention. See? I'm like, when I thought about it, I'm like, he did. All he wore was Yankees. I'm like, dang right. That's all he wore. Every day, he just switched up his Yankee apparel. That means he was working for Yankee. Period. So it's like nobody he couldn't push his brand like that neither, if you really pay attention. Because I didn't see him rapping in certain things. I mean, everything he had was Yankee. That was a Yankee event as well, y'all. Don't get it twisted. That was a Yankees event. That was a Yankee merch rebranding, like I said, because Dame brought up a good topic. Y'all know Mr. Michael Rubin, right? He deals with the sports apparel. And y'all know they just had the all-white party. Yeah, the merchandise, the merch. That's what it was all about, that merch. See? When in reality, he could have made more money off the merch than the tickets, period. All right, period. Jackets, 1,200, shirts, boom, 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 boom. Just even if a certain percentage of people bought a shirt, some of the clothes worth, okay, you might have bought a hat, 2 shirts. You see what I'm saying? Still spent about $300 on that. So they made money. But that was for Yankees as well. Yeah, he got a check from the Yankees. Meanwhile, let's go. And he finessed all his friends. Let's just get into it, y'all. Good to see everybody this morning. What's up, Shirley? What's up, you son? What's up, EK? What's up, my day ones? What's up, everybody that tap in, man? What's up, family? What's up, Matt? What's up, Matt? What's up, y'all? Let's go, man. Good to see all of y'all. Let's get into it, man. I know it's getting a little boring out here, y'all, but it's kind of getting okay. They love. That's why you see this channel will not cover nothing dark. No, I won't be talking about dudes that hang out with white boys dying. I ain't gonna be talking about none of that stuff. All right, you got it. Let's get it. All right. Every summer they got somebody new for y'all. Y'all ain't learned that yet, neither. I learned that 15 years ago. Every summer y'all gonna have a new character to get behind. Oh, you don't get it, George Floyd. What's up? What's the name? It started a long time ago. Trayvon Martin. They ain't noticed yet since Trayvon Martin. They got a superstar every summer that passed away. Every summer. Because that's how they spend most of their life, y'all. Y'all still getting caught up in old stuff, man. People kick the bucket every day. Your whole neighborhood damn near wiped out. But somehow y'all only talk about people that's on TV or stuff like this. So I say y'all weird now, y'all. All right, let's get into it, y'all. No, it's the summer. We shall enjoy the summer. All right, let's go. Once again, y'all, number updates around here. So for those who don't know, I say things randomly. I say things ahead. I reach. I say things weird, whatever. I be joking, but somehow it plays out. So let's go. Now, according to what I was seeing, because I already know how this thing works, I said, family, Young Miami, she got a hit. Told y'all she had a hit before she had hit before. Everybody was talking about it. Then I told you that once Beyonce did that, that was to stop her shine. I also said, if Young Miami don't drop by next weekend, meaning she was supposed to drop the weekend of the concert. She didn't do that. Therefore, here's your update today. Young Miami is officially stopped in her tracks. I told y'all what's going to happen, man. She had to cancel a concert. She had to pull out a concert, meaning this was going to be her clout. This was going to be her money bag. Stopped. We also going to talk about the diddler. What'd he do? He sold a freak off mansion. Miami. He sold it $55 million. So I'm going to tell you, that's a lot going on. I don't know everything that's going on, but it's a lot going on. All right, so let's get into it, man. So Young Miami stopped in her tracks. She would not be collecting the bag this summer, not on that tour. So she was allegedly supposed to tour with that guy, boss man, D-Lo. You know, all these artificial celebrities manufactured online. You know, they got their little hits or whatever, but you know, Young Miami still didn't break out of being an internet sensation and being at the Shade Room poster so much, she's going to stay an online celebrity. And then she got powers working against her where she'll never become a star outside of BET because y'all know who's sitting on them thrones, all right? You're going to see this summer, somebody said, no, this summer will be about Beyonce and Rihanna. That's it. So you'll clearly see. Can y'all finally see the game they play? Let me show you the magic they do once again. They songs are old. We're going to get into that old song Rihanna was singing. It sounded horrible, y'all. That concert was boring. They rather keep playing the old songs than let everybody enjoy the new song of Young Miami. So now y'all get when I said it's not about who you like. It's about actually winning. Young Miami was actually winning organically. Made a song, good song, a hit record, period. So you can't take that away. However she made a hit song. And now y'all got it. Nobody else ain't got no hits. Rihanna ain't got no new hits. Beyonce ain't got no new hits. They canceled Lizzo. Wow, put her in the trap. Got Cardi B in the trap. Y'all don't get Cardi B fighting, explaining herself. All this stuff they got Cardi doing. They messed Cardi B up, y'all. Cardi B in a sunken place. Cardi B supposed to be winning with music, touring. She is now. The now is, right now, this summer it's supposed to be Cardi B, Young Miami, Glorilla. Period. And if they want to bring Megan with them, they can bring Megan. But all of them are in rotation some kind of way. Who else in rotation on the radio for real? Rick Ross, Fresh Montana, Max B, that song. Hov ain't got no song on the radio. Rick Ross do. Straight up. So y'all don't get this game. They took y'all back to the past with all this old stuff and made you not pay attention to all the new stuff. So I bet these are the things we've been talking about. But see, like I tell y'all, it's not towards me. Family, I'm up on everything. I always stress it to y'all. I'm with the new, I'm with the old. But the thing is, the old, I don't get to old my energy. See? That's what I be telling people. So I know everything the youth be the youth. I just call the youth, bro. You know what I'm saying? People that's not with the old stuff. I just call them the youth because they know what's up. And I wanted them to see how when it was their turn to shine with their intelligence and greatness, they had a block on their whole life. They've been blocked out of success. They've been blocked out of winning. They actually been blocked from positive energy. They have. Why you think they always claiming demon time? And why you think they the most twerkers and tweakers? And because they were actually blocked from positive. No, they got blocked out. The reality is they the ones that actually got the music. So when I said yesterday, now you got the grand exposure of the bloggers and the media that they have not been covering the people that's winning. They have not been covering the people that's irrelevant. So how can the culture go forward if the modern people are not even being pushed and promoted because somebody want to dictate who you like? Young Miami songs are bad, but they sit here celebrating a guy singing songs about drug dealing days. So which one is it? You got it? The whole industry is foul and bad. You can't pick and choose. No, you pick and choose according to who you align with. Now y'all all watching the Young Miami conspiracy. And you watched it firsthand and you saw it clear as day. You saw everybody with current music and get their ass on that stage, right? Glorilla in the crowd like she's an idiot. No, Glorilla's not that. Meaning, Glorilla actually got music. You know what I'm saying? Meaning the young generation, they love them. They just do. So you ain't going to take that from them, and by them trying to take it away from them, they're exposing themselves. Nah, because music is music, y'all. So music is music. And like I say, I know music. That's a she got a radio song that come on right now in the car. Right now, it's a song. In the club, it's a song. So I told you, I went on my back in the days, Flo. I just had the radio playing real low. I let it play for like a week straight, real talk, just to see how, just to get back to the real rotation of music, to see who's actually winning, what's going on. Okay, because I like to stay in tune too. What's the new music? What's hot? Like, what's going on? Let me see what's going on. R&B, all that. I'm just letting it play. Her joint kept coming on. Her Rickross kept coming on. But I'm gonna tell you how, I'm gonna tell y'all all how I knew she had a hit. Because the truth is, one day her song was going off of my head, y'all. Yeah, I know how that go. So when that hook kept going off of my head one day, I was like, nah, she got a hit. I had to say it to myself. You know what I'm saying? It was going off of my head. And I was like, nah, she got a hit. And that's how I knew, y'all. So then I saw all of them go against her. Now look how India.Arie and them jumped out against her. And all them grown-ups. Look at how it was all elders went against her. It wasn't none of her peers. See what I was trying to tell y'all? Now you see the attack on Drake. Now you see the attack on, you're going to see, no, it's personal. They attack that younger generation, period. They've been blocking their shine for years. What I say, I said, once y'all start bragging online, saying Young Miami got the summer, once y'all said, I said, they should have never said that, family. Did not tell them. Once they said that, that whole thing stopped. Stopped. Let's go. Let's go. See, being that the game is so slow, you can see everything in slow motion now. Spin That has kept Young Miami sitting pretty. They also knew, guys, I swear, they knew Young Miami was topping the charts. They knew that song kept rising and rising and rising. I'll tell you, that's how it goes. Each week, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it goes pop. Because what happens? The people that's late catch on, which means the rest of the world, then it becomes a hit. So they made sure they stopped it. As soon as it started climbing, getting clout, when she had that challenge, and don't forget the challenge, make it be a hit. Why? When you got the challenge, now the older people get hip to it. The young people, everybody get hip. You got a hit coming. They saw that, y'all, and stopped it. What happened? Beyonce dropped the challenge. Then they dropped the tour real quick. Yankee Stadium blocked Young Miami out real quick. And I was telling y'all, Young Miami had to drop something quick. I think Young Miami also knew she needed a remix real quick. I told y'all she needed something right after that. She needed something right after. Because while they had the Yankee Stadium, while they was getting clout off all of this, she could have fed off this weekend and had a new release, whether it was a remix or a new song, something. So even after they finished Yankee Stadium, Young Miami would have had a new song with the other song already hitting. See, that's why I said she ain't on the industry game. She ain't got no help. No, man, that guy's quarterbacking everybody right now. Man, this thing is getting interesting, man. It's getting very interesting. All right, let's go. Now, I had to make that clarity because we spoke about it. Now we watched it play out. So as you see right here, let's get it clear. Let's get it real clear. Let me speed through this real quick. The song debuted at number 66 on the Billboard Hot 100. So they know it was going up that 100 chart and quickly became a favorite. But its success has arrived alongside a steady stream of criticism. Lyrics centered on boosting and spending someone else's money. Coupled with a social media challenge built around the record have led to debates over whether Miami is glamorizing theft. So they try to flip it, say Young Miami is glorifying stealing and theft. Now we'll get to that because I did tell y'all any criminal music will not be promoted like that no more. I already told y'all that. That's in this story too. Now here we got it. Coupled with a social media challenge built around the record have led to debates. So look, they said Young Miami is glamorizing theft, so they made her a villain. The controversy grew after Bellevue police reportedly identified a TikTok set to Spin That as a significant clue in a retail theft case. They trying to say that her song boosted, that song is boosting up theft because she talking about boosting. So they blaming her. Yo, bro, you got locked up for being a drug dealer. They ain't blame Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? You got pulled over in your car, bro, with some drugs. You had a Jay-Z CD in the car right with you. They didn't blame that on Jay-Z. No, they did Young Miami dirty, y'all. Yes, they did. So what they doing is using they see what happened. Okay, she made a song. When they got online, they started critiquing her lyrics and pinpointing her lyrics. Now y'all know hip hop or rap music is decoded. So they started coming online decoding it. But she's saying, she talking about boosting and theft. That put a negative spin on the song off the rip. So now if it's a negative song, when I remember I told y'all America now with the negativity like that, now it's being looked at, oh, now we got to stop this because why? We can't have that negative song promoting boosting go around the world like that. All these youngsters going to be boosting and stealing. See? And that's how that was part of what stopped it, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. But I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard that song, remember I told you, I said, reality is, Young Miami, a lot of people broke. And I understood that any of that certain music would not be promoted, y'all. Any music that promote criminal activity. I told you, hip hop has been judged. Rap music, whatever you want to call it, has been judged with ruining the fibers of this country, ruining the morals and principles of our communities, our people. It promotes violence, sex, drugs, and everything foul under the sun, which is one thing. It's just the problem is people took it way past entertainment, and they know that their people actually follow the lyrics and are 100% brainwashed by the music. That's why it's outlawed. It's dangerous. Why? The stuff they say in that song, people actually try to do. That's why I told you, all that gangster stuff is done. Certain things you think will be criminal. You can talk tough, but all that promoting criminal behavior in your raps is not accepted. I already told y'all. All right? Now you're getting approved through Young Miami. You're getting approved. So not only that, now look at it like this. Now Young Miami could have sneaked and got a hit real quick. She could have went longer. She could have got a nice tour. She could have got some money real quick. But when they came with that negative energy online against her, that's what messed it up. See, that's what really messed it up. Now, while she's going off this tour, I don't know what's up with that. That part I don't know. But this tour means she was about to get her some new money. She was about to get money. So Young Miami pulls out of Boss Man D-Lo's tour. Young Miami is leaving fans with questions about remaining dates on the reasons for the sudden change. So a sudden change. She was on it, now she ain't. Due to an unexpected last-minute departure by Young Miami, we are postponing the Motion Party tour. D-Lo wrote on Instagram, we will share updates regarding rescheduled dates as soon as possible. Somebody working against them behind the scenes. It's summertime. Okay, once again, I spoke about how the summertime, y'all know, is really when hip-hop shows go on tour. The summertime is the time for them to make their money and go on tour. This is the time for that. But don't forget, Usher, Chris Brown on tour. It's a lot of different tours going on. But you see this tour got stopped. This means Young Miami was about to get money and somehow it's going to stop. It stopped. Whatever happened, that's her money. So you see it right now. Somebody saying, Young Miami, you will not prosper. And I tell you, we're not going to know who it is. Let's go. All right, y'all. Let's go. Top of the top. Good to see everybody this morning. Yeah, we know about boosting. She was doing a re-education of boosting, but the reality is you can't boost no more. You ain't getting out the store with nothing. If you do, don't matter, man. You track from the time you pick up the merchandise to whatever car you get in, you track. So if anything, that's a song to put people in jail. You ain't boosting nothing. Especially, I don't know if some of y'all went in stores lately. A lot of that stuff be chained down. Last time I went to Polo department a while ago, man, they had Polo t-shirts chained up. I'm talking about t-shirt that was $30, y'all. Straight up. So you ain't boosting nothing. So anyway, now let's get to this. Also, guys, you see that flag in the back, right? Hopefully a lot of y'all waking up, man. Told you a lot of y'all got finessed. A lot of y'all got finessed. All right? A lot of y'all in BT got finessed. You thought a lot of them was against the flag. What I told them this year, y'all, what they better do? They better show their support with that flag, or they ain't gonna have no career. I also said the rest of them, they even better be clowns. If they want to check, they better be clowns or they better come out that closet, or they ain't getting a penny. Ain't no more, I tell you, no more secrets, no more in the closet. No more in the closet. That means even politically. That means even beliefs. Yeah. No, TEYANA play that ratchet role. A lot of y'all got finesse, guys. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That's another conversation for another day. I'm talking about all of y'all that were wrapped up in politics. The joke's on all of y'all. The joke is on, hey, you know him and Nas performed that song, Black Republicans, right? Where it is, when they saw that song, they rocked that stadium. That's right. That song do go hard. That song does go hard. I'm just saying it does. All right, so let's go. All y'all political people, y'all got pranked. One day y'all figure it out. Let's go. TEYANA explains what really happened during her performance with Jay-Z. Now, here we got it, y'all. They got TEYANA tap dancing. Now, what y'all must understand, anytime you have to explain yourself, you're going backwards. In a relationship, bro, you don't do stupid stuff. You won't have to explain yourself. At the job, you do what you're supposed to do. You want to explain yourself. You only have to explain yourself, y'all, when you're messing up, you're messed up, whatever it is. It's not good. You're not going forward. So what people don't get about this concert, what I already knew, it's bringing more bad than good. Jay-Z got to explain the door. TEYANA got to explain why she messed up. Rihanna was on stage explaining before she started, you know, I ain't do this in a while. What do you mean? You're an entertainer, right? Guys, I told y'all this, you are in the deepest time in history right now. And I spoke about how social media was also a social experiment. I have to repeat these things because I be ahead trying to tell people stuff. Not about what I know, it's what everybody knows, y'all. Social media was a social experiment for you guys. And now I'm able to see that it also affected their brains. But what I told you, social media affects their brain more than ours because they depend on this. They need this. Social media controls the minds of the celebrity, y'all. They need it more than us. They react more than us. If we got on social media today, their world will disappear. Period. If we disappeared, they would be online every day like, where they at? What's going on? Where they go at? They'll start crying and tweaking out because no get no likes, no comments, no shares, nobody talk about them. They'll start going crazy. Where the fans at? They need it more than us. Why? We go outside. We do a lot of stuff. They need this. These applications are their only connection with the people. But I'll make it clearer. These applications are their only connection to reality. But look at what I said. This is not reality. The internet ain't reality. But it's only their connection to reality, which means they need it more than us. So, what they don't get, see, you can win awards. I'm going to show y'all some of TEYANA. She made it to be a star, y'all. Now you're going to watch. She doesn't even know how to be a star. She doesn't. She doesn't. She has no clue. But Beyonce understands. Jay-Z understands very clear. Rihanna, they all understand. You the clout. You are the clout. You ain't the talent. You're the clout, the recent clout right now. Recent clout. Meanwhile, she's still hanging with them, fanning. She's with them being a fan. But in reality, y'all, once she won that award, she's not supposed to hang with them no more. Told you already, y'all. After the Diddy trial, everybody was supposed to get away from rap. Everybody was supposed to get away with all those affiliations from the diddler. That whole history time bracket, anybody name mentioned in dirt, you were supposed to rebrand yourself, not disrespectfully get away from people, respectfully get away from people. Rebrand yourself. So it's the same thing as once that Diddy stuff happened, you're supposed to get your own house in order. That's simple. Get your own house in order. Ain't got time for them no more. I've been with them all these years. We did that. I ain't got time for that. Life goes on. I'm glad I'm not in none of that mess. But what she do? She goes back to the same people. What Rihanna get tricked to do? Go back to the same people. Why am I saying that? Y'all, they are still talking about this stuff every day. Between the files and between all this, it didn't stop. Which means TEYANA actually putting herself back in the dirt. Now, guess what else I found, y'all? They are actually dragging Leonardo DiCaprio. The movie she's in that got her the award, they dragging Leonardo. We're going to look at what they're saying about Leonardo because Leonardo is the next up in the files. Leonardo name is the next up in the files, y'all. So now they talking about what Leonardo was saying, and they got it documented what he said, and we're going to look at that. TEYANA is in a trap, y'all. She was in a trap. I'm going to tell y'all right now, she probably about to fall off the mat right now. She ain't going that far. You know why? In reality, where clout come from, y'all? In reality, is she a singer? Is she a dancer? Let's be honest, y'all. Is she really talented? She made her name up Iman Shumpert. I mean, he's a bum player, but he was a winner. No, y'all, her whole life is social media hype because TEYANA, I'm going to tell y'all what y'all didn't get. Teyana Taylor is used for moving merchandise and brands. A lot of her money comes from merchandise and brands. They monopolized the game. See? And back in the day, it was different. This was Diddy and them did in our era. They controlled the models. You know what the models mean? They controlled the endorsements. They controlled the actors. They controlled everything. Every which way a bag came in. Teyana Taylor was really branding and she's in deals right now, y'all, for brands. So I'm telling y'all, the whole purpose of social media, now I can finally show you. When they be posting, they were getting paid for that posting because the brands, when that company paid for that dress, she in a contract. So they had to post and do certain things online 24/7. She's really a model, y'all, to push brands. All right? But you got to understand something. She's not realizing, Teyana Taylor, you're not that talented. Meaning you ain't been in this game that long. So you should be working on your craft. And I told you one thing she should be doing. My opinion, Teyana Taylor needs to get in the most cleanest movie she can get in quick. She needs to get in a regular, I don't care how corny it is, she needs to do something else. Because if she doesn't, she does not understand. You got an award for that movie, but that movie is nothing to be proud of. You played a low-down, dirty down role. You topped Halle Berry in that movie. That movie ain't nothing to be proud of, Teyana Taylor. In reality, it's not. And here's the proof. Teyana Taylor, would you want to sit down and watch that movie with your kids and they get to watch what happened to you in that movie? If you can't sit with your kids and watch that, they ain't nothing to be proud of. But the truth is, that's what she got awarded for. So what she's really supposed to be doing is strictly staying in Hollywood, strictly hanging around them top-notch actors and trying to learn stuff and trying to get in some new movies and get away from that music stuff. But she been set up. What? How she been set up? Well, she's an upcoming prominent actor. Now she's getting dragged for being a horrible singer at the Jay-Z concert. Also, she has publicly aligned herself with Jay-Z. That was the biggest trick he ever played with that whole concert. For all of them to publicly claim him. See, you guys are slick. You guys were avoiding Hove. Y'all were avoiding Hove and Diddy all those years. When Hove was going through it, y'all were acting like your phone worked, switching up numbers. But that man is slick. He had a way for all of y'all to stand next to him publicly. And that's what Teyana Taylor, she didn't need that. She just didn't. Rihanna didn't need it neither. So what they don't get, what they don't understand, Rihanna, you sell products. All right, Rihanna. You just pissed off a lot of your fan base with what you just did. All you got to know is, Rihanna, anybody that bought your products in America, I'm talking about other races, all companies, all countries. Just know this, Rihanna, anybody that don't like Jay-Z, not too fond of you right now. Same thing with you, Teyana Taylor, because y'all mind is small. Y'all just date New York and Atlanta. Just understand this, Teyana Taylor. The same America that watched you get that award is the same America looking at you sideways at that Jay-Z concert, which means you just put your pop star status on the line for a Yankee Janky Stadium concert. And you're naming bad news because the day you perform, it got BUMRUSH. Told you they don't know nothing, y'all. They don't know about protecting their brands. And on top of that, the reason why I'm saying this, because what Teyana Taylor says, y'all, she's still talking like she happy to be there, like a fan. Like she just happened to be there. She don't know her mind. This is what I tell you. She don't know she's actually over them right now. As far as relevancy right now, current right now works. Favorite right now works. In American households right now works. She is the favorite. They need her more than she don't need them. But she got finessed. And they made sure they made her look like a little nobody. Yes, small fry. They got her today explaining herself, and she's not supposed to be doing that. That's called going backwards. All right, now check it out. Teyana Taylor explains what really happened during her performance with Jay-Z. And when she started tap dancing, I was highly disturbed, man. I supported her, man. I mean, I still do, but I told you what's going to happen. I already told y'all what's going to happen to them hanging around them. The discussion surrounding Jay-Z's Yankee Stadium concert began shortly after videos from Sunday's show appeared online. Taylor joined Jay-Z to perform Can't Knock the Hustle, one of the defining tracks from Reasonable Doubt. However, some parts of the performance appeared out of sync, prompting criticism on social media. She responded the following day with an Instagram post, which included rehearsal clips. I keep telling these idiots, I don't want to call Teyana Taylor no idiot, man. I don't even want to use that word. I told you they don't get it, y'all. Teyana Taylor, you're posting on Instagram. The whole world is not on Instagram, Teyana Taylor. Teyana Taylor, do you know you made it worldwide, but you're still catering to the black community that's not going to give a damn about you, spend a penny with you, and laugh at you when you fail? Y'all don't get it, man. Y'all able to see they under deep mind control, y'all. They are. She don't. Okay, when I gave y'all these clues on the special I did, they don't see the big picture. They mind is set where they can't comprehend the big picture, y'all. That's why they always lose. Teyana Taylor, this is how it works. If you never would have performed, you never would have had to explain yourself. You shouldn't have been doing this low-level stuff, and you should have had enough heart to say, that's Mary's song, I'm not singing that. And I also feel like a lot of them got rushed. They probably wasn't prepared. Rihanna probably wasn't prepared. I'm going to give them a pass. They probably wasn't prepared. You know, they probably did favors. No! They ruining themselves, y'all. They are. Because they pissing off their fans. Their fans don't want to see this. But they got tricked. They got tricked. However, some parts of performance appeared out of sync, prompting criticism on social media. She responded with the following day with an Instagram post explaining herself. Teyana Taylor sets the record straight. No, she ain't do that. She gonna start tap dancing, y'all. And she gonna start giving praise. This right here, she might have sealed her own deal with this alone. Teyana Taylor also described the performance as a reminder of how far she has come throughout her career, she said. This woman started giving a speech deeper than when she won the damn Grammys. Let's go. Check it out. When she won that Oscar, whatever you want to call Oscar, this speech is way deeper than that. Father God has a funny way of reminding you. How many times I'll tell you this, y'all? Why these people always want to use God when they're in trouble? Why do they always want to use God's name when they're in trouble or they're messing up? Or what is wrong with these people, man? Let's get back to it, man. Y'all can't never say God's name when something goes right or before. I mean, y'all don't pray before shows, but when the show go bad, you start talking about God. I mean, what's going on with y'all, man? All right, can we please knock it off with the God talk, y'all? I'm talking about y'all with that complexion. All right, just stop. You don't go to church. You don't pick up the book, so just stop it. Your religion is music. Let's go. Father God has a funny way of reminding you. No, Father God also will expose your ass. You ain't got no talent. Father God has a funny way of reminding you just how far you've come. You forgot you don't have no talent, lady. I told you don't be with Jay-Z, didn't I? You don't get it. Let me flip it on your ass. See, Father God was trying to tell your ass you ain't supposed to be with Jay-Z. I removed you from them, man. I removed you from them, my daughter. I removed you and put you on a whole nother level in this game of Hollywood. But you want to go back to that nonsense. So Father God had to teach you a lesson. Did you forget you don't really have no talent? She forgot, y'all. Father God had to remind her. Father God, I'm the one that gave you the talent. I told you not to go that way. All right, let's go, y'all. Check it out. I never heard nobody use Father God as an excuse in entertainment. I never heard this. Yo, man. Oh, my God. All right, let's go, man. I must find a laugh. I must find me one. Check it out. She said, Father God has a funny way of reminding you just how much talent you don't have. 1 minute, you're caught up in everything that's going wrong. No, what happened is, y'all, I'm going to tell you what happened. Black people got on Teyana Taylor ass so much. But what she don't get, the joke is a joke. The word is Mary can't sing. And then you singing Mary's song and you did worse than her. So black people attacking her and they dragging her. So you know, sometimes when black people get on your ass, they might make you start calling for the Lord, because that's how it goes sometimes. Basically, she's saying that they hating on her so hard, man. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So check it out. Let's go. Don't get it twisted. Black people will make you go to church other ways too. You might get jumped by some black people. After that, you might want to go to church. I mean, they got ways of making your ass call out the Lord. All right, so let's go. 1 minute you caught up in everything going wrong. In the next, he gently reminds you that you are standing in the middle of a prayer you once whispered as a... I'm trying, y'all. It's hard for me to repeat ignorance and fugaziness. All right. What she's saying is, he gently reminds you that you are standing in the middle of a prayer you once whispered as a little girl. So being that she's getting cooked because she can't sing, she's trying to say, I'm not going to listen to what they're saying. I'm going to enjoy the moment and appreciate the fact that I'm here. And that's what she's saying. She's just happy to be there. But what she don't get in that game, that's not enough. I'm telling you, now I'm able to see. She don't even know where she's going at. You mark on your days off this calendar. This Yankee Stadium concert, Teyana Taylor, is the start of her ending. Remember, I told you that. Because she also don't understand the Hollywood people looking at her, the film directors looking at her. They never get the big picture, y'all. They never see the big picture. They don't even know how to protect their brands. Remember, they also train to support brands. So if you support this brand, Jordan, this brand, Jay-Z say, come with me. Okay, I support brands, but you don't understand. You are a brand, Teyana Taylor. You are the new brand. Okay? You got a chance to be the new Liz Taylor, the new whatever you want to be, but you're bowing down. You're going back to the plantation. So they're going to control you. Now, instead of you going forward progress, you going home traumatized, waking up the next day explaining yourself. And that's not, see, he's at home resting. Him and Beyonce throwing high five, celebrating. Blue Eyes, you did a good job. They having fun. We brought them all out. They able to set back, reap the energy, the benefits. They happy. Y'all out here explaining yourself. You getting roasted. Rihanna getting roasted. Look how easy it is. If y'all never would have went, it would have never happened. If y'all just would have stayed in the crowd, this would not be happening. So there you got. I'm showing you how y'all got finessed. Because Teyana Taylor, you forget something. You forget. You forget. You got an award for playing a role. That role was exactly, I'm going to just say this. You didn't get that far, Teyana Taylor. This goes for all of us. No matter how much you made it, you still ain't too far away from where you came from. If you're not far away from where you started from, you ain't far as you think you are. I checked Teyana Taylor network. We're going to look at that. She don't even got $10 million yet. She got one hit movie. She got, you know what I'm saying? Meaning she got some recent, but it's being desecrated. You know why, y'all? The same exact time she's explaining herself, the same exact time her co-star, Leonardo DiCaprio, is getting dragged. Also, what I spoke about, some of y'all don't get, the fact Leonardo did that movie with her, it was his humiliation. He did a low-level movie. Yes. He was getting hazed. That movie for him was being hazed. We'll talk about that. Yeah, Leonardo, he's going through it right now. Yes. That's why I'm telling you, this is the start of her ending, because I know what's up. Meaning everything she accomplished with Leonardo, that's about to go down the toilet. Yep. Let's go. I'm going to show you in a minute. Let's go. Now, mind you, this is her in a bad space. She is not supposed to be explaining herself about singing at a damn concert, which is really something she should have never done. Like, see, the powers that be could say, Teyana, why did you even do that event? You shouldn't have did it. You know we got lined up for you. We got some good things for you. You shouldn't have did this. Bingo. I said that when I saw she keep posting on Instagram, taking selfies in the bathroom. She's still doing it. She's doing low-level stuff, y'all. So look, right? Here's what she said, Teyana Taylor. She said the sound in the ears said not today. She's saying she couldn't hear the music. She's saying the sound in her ears said not today. But guess what? The gratitude was louder than any mic could ever be. I may not have been able to hear a damn thing, but one thing I could do was see. Taylor later reflected on the significance of the moment. So that's the excuse. She couldn't hear. That's a good excuse. All right. But this preaching, this is what she messing up at. I got to see this little Harlem girl stand beside the GOAT in Yankee Stadium in front of over 40,000 people who showed so much love. If you would have told this little Harlem girl that one day she would share the stage with Jay-Z in one of the most iconic stadiums in the world, she would have never believed you. You should be ashamed of yourself. You didn't give a speech like that when you won, and you should be. You just devalued you just devalued everything with this. You also just let them people know in Hollywood they don't got to pay you nothing no more. They don't got to give you a penny. You're gonna take whatever they give you because you just told the world you just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. She going out bad, y'all. She don't know no better. So I told y'all all, guys, you can get a break and a ticket. Some of y'all don't know how to win. You don't know how to enjoy your success. You don't know how to be successful. You don't know how to go forward. You don't know how to see the big picture. You don't know how to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, because you always go backwards. And you always think you owe somebody. And you always let people use and control you. Y'all never understand certain things in life. That's why I'm showing you. Learn from Teyana Taylor. Once you make it, y'all, you don't owe nobody nothing. They're not tell you that complexion is always going to be your downfall. It could be greatness, but it's going to hurt you more than it helps you when you're always going with that weak stuff. See, it gets you far when you're an individual. Yes. See, that complexion got that role. We need somebody to play this role in this movie. We need a nice chocolate thing. Teyana Taylor, she's recent. But see, but when she keep going back to that same old, ratchet. No. She don't understand this thing based on image. She don't understand this thing is based on squeaky clean backgrounds. So Teyana Taylor. Now, remember yesterday, and I was telling y'all with Glorilla and the rest of them about being tatted out, and I told y'all being tatted out ruin your brand. You're going to see Teyana Taylor ain't tatted out because she works for brands. Y'all got it now? Bingo. Teyana Taylor is her body, y'all. She's used for her body. Nothing else. That's why in this movie, y'all know what she did in that movie. It's her body, y'all, nothing else. The same thing they did with J-Lo. Now, the only difference is J-Lo could act her ass off. So Teyana saying she just happy to be there. She reminded the whole world she's just a little girl from Harlem that's happy to be there. So my woman, especially my woman feminists, y'all supposed to understand she's supposed to have more pride and dignity to that. Stop acting like you're just happy to be there. And take control of your career. You made it already. What's wrong with you? You just went backwards. And you made a speech sound like a little girl in a fan. You are look, Teyana Taylor. The truth is, right now, in the modern world, in America, right now, you are more respected than everybody that was on that stage. You are more relevant, more recent than everybody on that stage. But you sat there and praised Jay-Z. You threw it all out the window. Because, I'm going to tell you again, the people that favored you, they might not be too fond of your performance. And the fact that you're showing lack of talent. All right? So let's continue on, folks. Let's continue on. This is what she said, y'all. This was disappointing. I was highly disappointed. So y'all know before all this stuff happened, I said, yo, Teyana Taylor's one of the recent y'all got. She's of the new generation. She's winning. I said, Rihanna. Everybody I said winning. I should have never said it, y'all. It's like I jinxed them. I said Future's relevant winning. He's good. They all bad now that quick. And I think somebody made sure of that. Jay, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be part of such an iconic night. Thank you for the opportunity, the trust, and the honor. I'll never take moments like this for granted, Jay. I'll carry this one with me forever. Happy 30th anniversary to the albums that changed the culture forever. That's Teyana Taylor, y'all. Teyana Taylor. Reasonable Doubt did change the country forever. You know how many Negroes got locked up, felonies, probation off that goddamn music? Told y'all ain't nothing to be proud of. But since you praising it, don't worry about me, Teyana Taylor. You just showed the whole world you just praised Jay-Z. Like I said, I don't think the rest of America is going to be too fond of that. And even the director that put you in the film going to say, damn, Teyana Taylor, you ain't even praised me like that. You see, the people in Hollywood going to say, damn, she ain't even praised Leonardo DiCaprio like that. We don't need her anymore. It's okay. We get somebody else. Teyana Taylor, you might not never see a Hollywood screen again. Trust me on that. I kept telling you, I see a pattern with her. She's doing the same thing as Monique. What Monique do? Instead of just working and working and working and working and working, they want to go back amongst the black community and indulge in their fame and success. Instead of working and working, just work. Get missing, work. See what I'm saying, y'all? She didn't even do no crossover movies yet. J-Lo did crossover movies. See? J-Lo could play any role. Meaning a good actor got to play any role. Any role. She's stuck in a role of her body. And that movie is horrible. I'll never watch it again anyway. Because also, all she did was get smutted out. And I saw more. I mean, this is what happened to her movies. I saw more than one movie when she was playing that same role. Get it? All right. Which means you got to do more work than that to be respected in Hollywood. That's why I say she got more work to do. And this is backtracking. So y'all see it for yourself. Thank you, Jay. I'll never take moments like this for granted. Hov was able to sop up all that good energy. Told you, man, they know the science, man. All you need is a lot of good energy around you, and you always gonna win. Take all that good energy, harvest that for myself, and I shall go home tonight, have a good sleep, a good rest, and wake up feeling very good about myself tomorrow. Hey, babe, you see what we did? Hey, babe, we had a good time. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun. We're gonna talk about that breached door, because where it is, they were scared to death when the walls got breached. Where it is, they went into a straight panic. All right, we're gonna get into that, y'all. What's up, Punch? What's up, bro? What's up, everybody in the chat? What's up, Lowe's? What's up, everybody in the back? I wanted to see her put him in a headlock too. I know, right? Like she did that director, right? Now, here we go, y'all. We gotta go dark for a minute. None of these things are facts. Meaning I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care about it. I will not turn this channel of dark to darkness, which means, let's go. As this is what I want y'all to get. As TEYANA is praising Jay-Z, at the same exact time, Leonardo DiCaprio is being dragged because he is the next contestant exposed in the Jet Files. Jet Files revealed Leonardo DiCaprio ate 70 pounds on a cannibal diet. I will not repeat that part. That word is coded. That word is coded now. I ain't repeating that. Anything I was not there is not a fact. It's all alleged. I'm just showing y'all what time it is. I'm not promoting this agenda. I ain't pushing it. But I want TEYANA to see. You just messed up bad. Meaning wrong timing, sis. Same as that time you're praising Hov, the same as that time your co-star being dragged. The same movie you in. Really, it was also said that movie I made was just something created to make money off HBO Max. So, y'all read what this said about Leonardo? Just know the world is talking about Leonardo. See, I'm not talking about the Jet Files, but the rest of America is. Ever since them files got released, the rest of the world been on them. Told y'all, man, how many times I'm going to tell my people? It's two things going on. It's the real world, and it's the world you in. You in your little world, kikiing all day, having fun. Do you. Enjoy yourself. But understand one thing. You out the loop of the real world. And the real world is something totally different. All I do is try to give y'all samples and taste of what's really going on. You see that? That's all I do. Other than that, I tell them all, you must convince the whole world now. And I ain't even talking about overseas. They on it too. Every country that speaks America is following America. Every country that speaks English is following America right now. Meaning they're 1,000% in tune. Guys, you don't believe me? How many of y'all saw it? I saw yesterday. Oh, man. I've been seeing this. I saw about 3 Lovely T clones. They talk. These people study y'all, talk just like y'all. They be like, hey, guys, today I'm going to be. I'm like, yo, they use a Lovely T voice. They be studying these people. They show up like y'all. All that stuff. Straight, not even from here. I listen to 2 different, like just to see. Because mind you don't got to watch. All you got to do is click on. I click on. I can see what they talking about. Then I can just scroll past. Tell you that's a new way. So I heard people trying to sound like Lovely. Like they channel called T-Block, T-Pot, something like that. Or they'll put so-and-so T. And they be like, hey, guys, trying to sound like Lovely T, talking like them. That's why you going to notice everybody talk the same, act the same. That's why I always let y'all know. I talk my own way, do a whole bunch of stuff so they can't copy me. My style can't be copied. That's why I be like that, up, down, yelling, screaming, doing this and that. I'm all over so nobody can't clone me, y'all. See, the foreigner can clone a lot of y'all. Yeah, simple. So they be cloning. They clone. I seen about 3 Lovely T clones talking like her, sounding like her. They try to make their channel. They try to post the whole thing, y'all. Tell you, man, it's a lot of clones on here. Yes, yes, yes. I saw a lot of y'all channels get cloned. Straight up, y'all. So that's why some of y'all, when y'all just be posting and posting, y'all don't do homework. Y'all don't even know half y'all getting robbed. I'm saying y'all got people robbed. Y'all got people waiting for you to do a video every day so they can steal your whole thing every day. Y'all don't know it though. A lot of y'all. I tell you, it's the reason why a lot of y'all views and channels sinking. Y'all being jacked. So you don't know about the real world, guys. You just know about YouTube. That's why y'all gonna lose. The real world is on them files. Because there's thousands of them. But one thing we know about the files is what? Some people addressed it. Whoopi Goldberg addressed her allegations. Russell Wilson addressed his allegations. The president addressed his allegations. And a few others addressed their allegations. Bill Hillary addressed their allegations. And I told them all, this is nothing you're going to duck. You have to address it one way or another, or it's going to haunt you. If certain people had addressed it a long time ago, it would have went away. But they want to, I told them this time the code of silence is not going to work. It's not going to work because I keep telling them, y'all keep posting on Instagram trying to prove yourself to the urban community, but you're not convincing the rest of the world. I try to help them. I told them, even if I believe you, it doesn't matter. It's not going to help. You must convince the world. The world is not on your Instagram timeline. The world does not watch complex media. The world does not tap in the shade room. This issue has to be addressed publicly, or it's not going to go away. The same way Oprah had addressed Diddy parties. She had to address it. It wasn't going to go away. She realized that. T.D. Jakes had to address Diddy parties. He realized it wasn't going to go away. Denzel had to address the Diddy parties. It's not going to go away. They all had to address certain things. And the people that stay quiet are being haunted, using money, finances, and resources trying to distract. But they must convince the rest of America. The same people that made them superstars are the same people that must be convinced. But they still don't get it. Don't get it. You from New York. Somebody from LA, they're Dodgers fans. They're not impressed by Yankee Stadium. What is wrong with y'all? People love their team. They're not impressed by Yankee Stadium. That don't impress them. Somebody that's not a Jay-Z fan or a Yankee fan, that don't impress them. Told you, y'all in your own bubble. So I also was able to analyze, no, a lot of this stuff is just for New York City and Atlanta and just a few cities that believe them. That's all it's for. Because it's not touching the world, y'all. It's not. I told this man, that man has to do a real live sit-down interview and address these things. It's the other way around it. You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault. I'm saying that because Leonardo, he has to address it. Which means, Teyana, you see the situation you in. You could have been out of all this, but you put yourself in it. And you're going viral for messing up the song, can't sing, no talent exposed. And you're sitting here praising another celebrity when you're a celebrity. We're going to just leave it at that. So for those who don't get what she said, Jay, thank you for allowing me to be part of such an iconic night. Thank you for the opportunity. She says opportunity. Meanwhile, she don't even understand they needed her. Man, y'all don't know nothing about the streets. They needed her. She's thanking them like she needed them, y'all. I told you, you all have to prove where they at as far as mentally. They can't function without certain people, y'all. She don't need them at all. Hopefully she learned from this. Hopefully she learns from this. Because I'm trying to tell y'all, she didn't make it that far and that big yet to be doing this stuff. Tell y'all, sometimes it's okay to stay out the way. Some of y'all didn't master the art of staying out the way. Y'all think staying out the way means you got to be in trouble. You got to be hiding from somebody. No, it's okay to stay out the way, y'all. The smart entertainers know how to stay out the way. They're not getting no trouble. They're not going to be no stupid ass headline. They understand I do my arts and crafts. I work and I go home. I raise my family. I chill out. They don't do all that. Teyana Taylor has an estimated net worth between $5 and $8 million. She built her wealth through a diverse entertainment and entrepreneurial career spanning music. What music did she do, y'all? She did music now, but okay. Acting, that's her bread and butter right now. Directing, choreography, okay. Fashion, okay. Collaborations with major brands. There you go. That's where she get her money from. These are all the avenues she get her money from. Now you're going to see the one that pays the most at acting, she putting that in jeopardy. Now y'all see when I said she had to do that, they needed her. Teyana Taylor is a walking brand. This is low-level stuff for her. She didn't have to do it. By Teyana Taylor showing up, walking on stage would have been enough. By Teyana Taylor walking up, just standing in the front row was enough. Guys, I think she got set up to embarrass herself. I think she got set up on purpose. Straight up to ruin her ass and embarrass herself. And then this week, she going to spend time explaining herself. No, y'all, she got set up. Y'all know damn well this woman had no business trying to sing Can't Knock the Hustle. But I told you, man, they can't say no. Because remember, it was an opportunity. She was presented with a great opportunity. She couldn't say no. So guess what? She actually signed up to embarrass herself. So in reality, you couldn't wait for the opportunity to embarrass yourself. That's what you did, Teyana Taylor, man, but you ain't got no help. It ain't your fault. Let's go, y'all. So I'm just showing you, man. I'm not saying nothing. Let's go into the breach walls. The walls of Rome got breached. No, where it is, man, they were terrified. They were scared. The secret to this whole thing is all of the celebrities was on the first floor. The so-called rich people, the people that allegedly was permitted on the first floor, the celebrities were on the first floor. So when they bust through that door, everybody on that first floor was terrified. Get it? The people up top they had nothing to worry about. On the top rows, no. This was a threat to them celebrities. This terrified their ass. And and they didn't know who got in. They didn't know who was still lurking. They were scared. They were scared. And then it said when it was time to come in, they made all of them walk through one line, like 20,000 people. So they had to go through one line. So he was on stage explaining himself. He kept it cool. He kept it cordial. But all y'all got to know is in real time when that stuff happened, they didn't know what was going on. Word is, they were terrified. Okay, you don't got to believe that because everything is alleged. We wasn't there. It's not a fact. But I'm gonna tell them all. What triggered me, what let me know it was something real that happened, is when I seen Memphis Bleek first thing in the morning on the Breakfast Club explaining it. So guess how it went down? She got bad news, but in the end, they got bad news too. It was this. When I saw, because I look at it like this. If it was nothing, Memphis Bleek, he had no purpose to explain himself this morning. He was just, yesterday morning, he's explaining for Jay-Z what happened. Which means a cover story. I don't know why. Because when it happened in real time, they ass was scared and they were scared. Because you know, you hit the word, you didn't see it, but they tell you, yo, they broke through the gates. They broke through 2 gates. Who? Man, they broke through without being searched. Who? A lot of people. That's simple. You're going to be like, what? Not search. Well, you know what happened to JFK and people like that. A lot of that stuff happened in public. You know what I'm saying? It was like, hold up. So yesterday, the media was giving updates on this event. My point is, it was way more out of control than how it was portrayed online. People was pissed too. People that stand outside was pissed. That's the part they wanted to downplay. How the fans were angry. People was like, they paid $3,000 for tickets, couldn't get in, stuff like that. Y'all know, like I know, it's people that live a real life. They ain't waiting for Jay-Z all day. You know how some people are. They might have been there from 8. It might stand at 10, 11. It might have left at 11:30. Might have left at 12. It might have left, you know what I'm saying? I've been out since 7. I'm out. People leaving at 11, all type of times. Some people got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to work. I can't be all night. I got to go to work. So I'm saying I already got a 3. That's why I say they think about themselves. Now, say you could be at Yankee Stadium. You came by train. You live in Brooklyn somewhere where people don't know. On Sundays, the train goes slow. You got to take the train back home. It's going stop by stop. You can fuck around, get home 6 in the morning, be late for work. That's how people think. That's New York. So some people going to go home like, man, I ain't staying here all day like a flunky. I got to go to work tomorrow. So some people actually missed out and lost out. Even the same thing with people that was inside. They couldn't leave out, so you going to stay here. But some people had to get up to go to work the next day because they ain't thinking this concert going to be that late. You see what I'm saying? So they downplayed the people's perspective and the breach. They bum rushed the gates, y'all. They keep talking about this concert broke a lot of records. It did, maybe. But another record it broke was a concert never took that long to start. And people never in their life got trapped in a concert. That's another history record. All right, so that's just what happened, y'all. All right, it was mass hysteria going on, and they were nervous inside. That's why he told them on stage about people getting trampled and all this other stuff. No, it wasn't nothing about that. Let me show you the picture. You ain't see no trampling. You see they got up in that thing, and then some of them they got pushed back out, but they was up in there clean as day. Nope. They could have did it just to troll Jay-Z. I don't know. I don't know, man. Let's just go. Let's get off this. But y'all see, right? It was chaos. And they were saying that people was there with no money. They did say that. People there with no tickets. That was the thing, too. That was the thing. A lot of people busted in. They had no tickets. So it was people out there with no ticket just violating. Yes. Yes. So let's go, y'all. Let's go. Now I went to this. I told y'all about that special TV. I'm going to tell Fat Joe and Jadakiss right now. DJ Khaled is ruining y'all. Y'all doing the same exact thing. Jada and Joe, y'all got y'all show going. Y'all been doing y'all thing. But ever since DJ Khaled been getting smoked out, a lot of people ain't feeling DJ Khaled right now. He been playing y'all so close. Man, it was the other way around. Y'all used to be in Miami hanging with Khaled. Now Khaled, he hanging around New York now. He making sure his face everywhere. At the Knicks game, he next to Jay-Z. He at Yankee Stadium taking pictures. He with Joe and Jada. Look at those views. You mean to tell me 3 rappers on one platform, 2,000 views, 2,200? I ain't saying they put sauce on their videos, but I told you I'd be catching their ass with low views. But I'm going to blame it on Khaled, Joe. Joe, Jada, stop letting DJ Khaled ride y'all wave, y'all. He's ruining y'all. I've never saw y'all with 2,000 views. Never. I don't care if it's 2 hours. Y'all rappers. Each celebrity, every hour should be 5,000 views at least. That's how I look at it. Y'all important people. Should not be getting 2,000 after a upload 2 hours later. I'm going to say it's because of Khaled. Know why, Jada and Joe? I never saw y'all with low views like this till y'all had Khaled. So I'm telling y'all, man, I told y'all, y'all friendship going to bury y'all. Y'all supposed to be worried about your own platforms and your own thing y'all got going on. Y'all brotherhood is not going to work. Y'all brotherhood look like weakness, y'all. And what y'all don't get, y'all all mixed in one barrel. Some of y'all got talent. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are relevant. Some of y'all not. Y'all trying to help those who not, and it's ruining all of y'all as a whole. Told y'all never see the big picture. Y'all are still focused on sustaining an era that don't exist. And keep letting Khaled on that platform. And watch what happened to y'all. Jada and Joe, 2,000 views. Now, it probably picked up after that, but I'm just showing you. Ever since they was with Khaled, it's not a good look for them. So, Memphis Bleak says Jay-Z was pissed off over the concert delay. Now, Memphis Bleak was explaining himself first thing in the morning. That's how I knew it was a problem. Now, if Bleak didn't do that, I'd have just looked at it as a petty-ass little situation. No, it was more major. How I know that? Because the news started covering it in more detail. You see that? Fox 5, right? National TV. They were covering it with depth. Talking to people, stuff like that. So it was a disturbance, but the show went on. Kobe Bryant wife. Everybody was there on that first floor, y'all. Before the show started, what I say, y'all? I said all the celebrities going to be on the first floor. They the ones going to buy it all on the first floor. They the ones going to buy all them expensive tickets. Bingo. Bingo. Told you they predictable. You could be a billionaire, and you can still be predictable because it's a game of chess, right? All y'all got to know is the truth is at the end of the day, Jay-Z won from the whole situation. He won, all right? He won straight up. Everything went in his favor. He won. He was able to show his power. The power he wanted to prove, I know what he wanted to prove. Part of it was he got everybody to stand with him on a public scale, which means he got everybody to support him publicly. He did that. Even if that was his main goal. His two main goals, I can make up something. His two main goals was to get that Yankees money and to get everybody to stand next to him. He did it. So for him, it was a slick little rebrand. Now, if I ask you how did it work in everybody else's favor, that's the question. So Dame did bring up a good point when Dame was talking about that Yankee merch, and it really hit me because when he was on that stage, he wore all Yankee merch. That's how I know that was a Yankees event. He got paid for it. That's all it was. A Yankees event, he got paid for it, but he flipped it as something else. But for him, it was an overall success, period. You know what I'm saying? All around the board. Money, tickets, clout, people pulling up. He had the airport systems moving over the weekend. He had the merch moving. He had Yankee Stadium generating top dollars. What I know already, I already know the Yankee merch was going down because people stopped wearing Yankee hats. What else I know? Since fitted hats went to $50, them dudes stopped wearing it. What else happened? Since a lot of bros grew out their dreads, they stopped wearing hats. So I know what happened. Those sales dropped. The Yankees needed a rebrand. That's all it was. That was part of it. It was a lot of things, multi-dimensional things going on. So let's continue on, y'all. Now we got to get to Rihanna. So a lot of y'all might know, but Rihanna knew she was rusty before she even came out, man. So now I'm assuming she didn't really want to do it. Now I'm going to assume she might have was asked at the last minute. Y'all know some of these shows take more rehearsal than others. So I'm going to give Teyana a pass and say she didn't get to practice like that. I'm going to give Rihanna a pass and say she didn't get to practice like that. Because in reality, something like this, they ain't perform like they would need at least a week. Real talk. Minimum. Rihanna at Jay-Z's concert. Y'all know I'm rusty, right? She don't know when she said that. That was a chip at her brand. You an entertainer. You don't never get on no damn stage say you rusty. You don't do that. That means you don't love your craft. See, I'm telling you why they getting exposed. See, I tell you, man, when y'all talk about these things, you're blessed with talents. Your talents get you to the money. You get the money, but forget about your talent. Now you into selling makeup, clothes, but you forget. Y'all want to thank God, but you forgot God gave you the talent. So when you stop focusing on the talent God gave you, this is what happens. You get on stage and say, I'm rusty. How the hell you rusty if you're an entertainer? Do you get it? Now you got while you must respect your elders, entertainers. They never had these excuses, y'all. Now think about Little Richie, all of them in them days. They didn't get no break, family. Think about how they had them people on their ass, stealing their money, taking their publishing, taking all their checks, blackballing them, making them work. And they ain't never could say, I could take a day off. They never could say, oh, my leg hurt. They couldn't say, oh, I'm rusty. They couldn't say that. You see this, y'all? Told you, you in the era of no talent. They don't have no talent. It's showing. See, what you watching is this, y'all. Without that powerful industry and them powerful check writers and that powerful MTV, you seeing them for who they really are. That's all it is. What we already knew. What's a singer? You got to hit notes. They can't hit notes no more. Y'all forgot Rihanna smoke weed? Real singers that hit notes don't smoke. Chilling too much because they made it. That's what Jay-Z, they made it, and they've been chilling so long. And they're trying to pick up from where they started from. But they don't understand. They actually give off a 2009 vibe. That's why I say a lot of stuff Dame, I agree with. Because Dame be tapped into. We all in the same loop on YouTube, y'all, one way or another. And we all get bored and got to watch each other one way or another. So what I'm telling you is, they don't understand it now. It's 2026. The whole vibe was 2009 because it meant they didn't step their game up. They didn't step nothing up. Rihanna, before she started, said I'm rusty, y'all. Now, guys, once again, I keep telling you, man, they starting to expose who they are. Family, you spent $1,500. You spent $900 for a ticket. Do you want to hear somebody on stage telling you they rusty? Now, I get it. It was a blessing. That's why she get a pass. Because you get to see Rihanna, even though you ain't pay for it. But here's the thing. It went bad for Rihanna because now she got to explain herself. Now she getting dragged. Now she getting trolled and exposed because y'all know Drake was already on her saying, Rihanna, where you at? You ain't got no music. Now she gets on stage and can't sing. Now let's rewind it. If she never would have got on this stage, this would never be happening. What's up, AI? What's up, bro? Dame said Jay got a Mitchell and Ness deal. That's why he pushing them. That's what the Michael Rubin stuff about too. Michael Rubin got his own brand, Fanatics. You see? Sports gear. Yeah, all this was about the sports merch. You can see it clear as day now. It's about the merch. Yes. So let's go. Rihanna at Jay-Z concert. Y'all know I'm rusty, right? It's been a while. Y'all with me right now. Okay. Let's go, man. And I actually listened to it. I'm also going to give her one little pass. I'm going to say she really didn't want to do it and she really didn't care. I'm going to give her that little thing because people also running with a narrative that Rihanna was not feeling Jay-Z on stage. And there's another thing going around saying ASAP was pissed that Jay-Z put his arm around Rihanna. Because, yo, Rihanna did try to dap him. When it was over, she tried to give him dap, y'all. Straight up, she did. I ain't going to lie. But when it was over, she stuck her hand out to give him dap. He just gave a little hug like, come on, don't play yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, y'all. Real talk. Let's go. Rihanna's first live appearance in 3 years sparked widespread debate. So the weekend she was trending for performing, but after that she started trending for being horrible. So, okay, everything must be clarified. Guys, when I said they're going to get their clout over the weekend, but when it's all over, bingo. This is when the real stuff start coming out. Tell you they don't know the procedure. They don't know. This is what I meant. Yes, everything I say, I try to give y'all clarity, right? This is what I was talking about yesterday. They can blog and blog and blog and blog and post and post and post, but you're not going to control public opinion. So after all your posting is done, after all y'all take y'all pictures on Instagram, after all y'all posting, the people will speak. Told me I don't know what time it is, y'all. Everything we're watching is just the people speaking. And being that the people are speaking, they are affected. If Teyana proved y'all, the talk of the people made her respond. Yes. Told y'all the power is always with the people. They just don't want you to know that. The people don't show up at this concert. What does it call, y'all? A flop. Power to the people. The people are the power. Let's go, man. It's very simple, y'all. So, there'll be no such thing as hip-hop culture without the people, y'all. Think all those clubs made money, all those shows, all those record sales. Simple, man. So let's go. She was quickly overshadowed the much anticipated reunion as criticism poured in online. The criticism poured in online, which means it overrode her shine. Now, once again, she's in the same boat as Teyana. She did the concert, but it didn't go in her favor. Meanwhile, they forget about the Queen Beyonce. The Queen Beyonce is back eating popcorn, laughing at all of them. Because I'm telling you, they don't understand this thing. Beyonce is waking up today chilling, being served on her bed, grapes and white eggs. They're laughing. Because they get to watch Rihanna get trolled online. They get to watch Rihanna explain herself. They get to watch Teyana explain herself. And they get to see young Miami get canceled. I I told you guys, I know y'all playing with. No. They playing, yo, man. I told you they ain't nothing to play with, man. I told you they ain't nothing to play with. They got all that good energy. Now today, here y'all got it for those who just pulled up. Young Miami canceled. We ain't finished yet. We just getting started. Young Miami is canceled. We gonna talk about the diddler sold the freak off mansion in Miami while all this been going on. It is so much going on. Leonardo DiCaprio is also being dragged right now as we speak. It's a lot going on, y'all. Meaning ain't nothing changed. It's a lot of smoke screens. Just enjoy the entertainment. That's all I'm telling you. See, I don't got to deal with agendas. I let the rest of America do it. The rest of America, they the ones investigating those files every day. Yes, a percentage of Americans have turned into prosecutors, paralegals online. Like they turn into that's what they're doing for fun, y'all. Yeah. They dig into those files, man. Family, they released 1,000 pages. You know what I'm saying? They gave something for a lot of Americans to just shut up and do something. Yeah. So now everybody going in on Leonardo. America's a funny place, man. I'll tell you, it's funny, man. They all love you. They turn on you. So I tell you, man, I love to see Sir. I'm a troll, man. So when fans turn them to me, it's funny. It's just funny, man. That's why you gotta understand, man. Don't get gassed up by fans, man. They'll turn on you, man. Man, screw this stuff, man. America is a place where you get tricked. It's really all about you, but you get tricked to worry about everybody else, and that's where you always gonna fall at, y'all. You're gonna worry about everybody else, and somehow you're gonna always come up short. See, Jay-Z know about that. That's why he only worries about himself. Y'all finally get that? Everybody, Oskino, Dame, everybody, period, in life. Understand this, y'all. It's some people that understand that art, and that's who they are. It's only about him, and that's all he cares about. His whole mind. He's not gonna be nobody's fool. You ain't gonna make a penny off his ass. All right, he's all about himself. But in reality, y'all, that's how the world works. The only difference is sharing is caring. So once you worry about yourself and you get yourself to a certain level, you are supposed to share and give back and help people. But he don't believe in that part. He's all about himself. The problem is y'all don't want to accept it. I know many people like him. It's a reality of life, y'all. Some people only care about themselves and they act like they care about you. That's just all it is, man. Some of y'all don't get it yet. Why you think on your birthday, your friend want to hang with you and they want to make your birthday a party for them? It's your birthday, they hang with you, and they posting pictures at your party more than you because they getting shine off you. They took your birthday and made it about them. People like that, y'all. Told y'all one day y'all gonna learn a lot of this stuff. I think now the new generation, they gotta get it. No, y'all, some people all about themselves. You just gotta accept it, man. The problem is, y'all, you were taught to accept everything from somebody and love everybody because of skin color, y'all. That was the biggest trick ever played, man. Everybody don't think that way. See what I'm saying? That man about himself. You think he give a damn about Kobe Bryant's wife? You think that man care about Kobe? Hold up. Did Jay ever shout out Kobe? We don't know. But he cheating with Kobe's wife. That's Kobe's wife. So he made his point. He got everybody to pull up. He also had ASAP wife, and it wasn't nothing he gonna say about it. Maybe he the one that said you can have her. All right. Rihanna tried to give Jay-Z a dap. Yeah, I see the video. She tried to stick her arm out and dap him up. He said, "No, you gonna give me a hug, girl. Stop playing." Now he helped her career. I mean, it is what it is. And I also think that's why Beyonce had to come out after that. Yeah, but word is ASAP Rocky was kind of tight, but he couldn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Word is he was kind of angry. No, I told you ASAP Rocky be getting played. They turned him into a babysitter, y'all. He's a babysitter. And they're the only weirdos that do this at concerts. Now, y'all told y'all they officially turned ASAP Rocky as a babysitter, man. Y'all know they call him a dad mom. He's called a dad mom. You know the internet slang. They make up stuff. He's a dad mom. Another new saying. He's a dad mom. They call him a girl dad. He's all this weird stuff, man. He's everything but a rapper. I didn't hear nobody call him a rapper yet. So you got it? This is what Jay-Z do to you, y'all. This is what Jay-Z does to you. He will have your girl on stage, and you will be standing there with the baby in the diapers and the pampers. All right, this is what Jay-Z does to men. He does it to men. All right, it was A$AP Rocky was not gonna say, Rihanna, you're not getting on that stage. No, y'all. You got it for yourself, man. These people are hilarious, y'all. So word is Rihanna tried to give Jay-Z a debt. He wasn't going for that. But here's the word on Rihanna, y'all. They saying she was lazy. You never was from an era where they called rappers and singers lazy. You never been through this shit, y'all. Guys, what is wrong with these people? People saying, well, she did have kids. Many people had kids. Guys, you never in your life heard a celebrity being called lazy. This is a pattern of who they are. They got in with barely enough talent. Y'all know they never had talent like that. They had studio, people write for them, music, rap. It's just being exposed, y'all. They don't have no talent. That's all that's happening. But you never heard of entertainers saying they lazy. Did James Brown ever say he was lazy? They say James Brown was the hardest working man in showbiz. That man was working to 60. Did James Brown ever said he was tired? You ever heard anybody go to an Earth, Wind, and Fire concert and they came back and said, man, they said they were tired. They had to sit down. Come on, y'all. This shit is no, this shit's somewhere else now, man. Yo, man, let's go. Let's just go. This world news, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This world news. You got to understand that. This ain't local. Rihanna troll over lazy performance. I'm going to say Beyonce set her up, man, all right? Jay-Z and Beyonce set her up, too. She wasn't. I think Beyonce was backstage laughing at all this shit with a devilish laugh. All right? That's just how I see it. Rihanna is trolled over lazy performance as she returns to stage with Jay-Z for the first time in 3 years. I actually think they tricked Rihanna. I think Rihanna was tricked to think she's just going to watch the show. Hey, Rihanna, you coming to the show? I think it was just going to be regular, y'all. Then I think at the last minute, Jay-Z asked her, you come on stage? And I think Rihanna wasn't really ready, but she couldn't say no, so she just did it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm trying to give a little pass, but people also said that they think Rihanna gave a half-ass performance because she didn't want to do it anyway. And she wasn't getting paid for it. So, you know, that's what the people saying, y'all. Different things. Nothing is facts. You know, that's why this banner going to go through. You know, ain't nothing fact, y'all. Just entertainment, but it's many different things to these situations, you know? Because you got people roasting her saying she sound like a frog. I'm going to be honest, though. She was singing work, work, work. That shit, it was sounding corny, y'all. It just sound corny and old now. It just did. And she didn't look like she was into it. She did. But people saying she also didn't want to do it. And some people saying she was giving Jay-Z shady vibes on the stage. That's what people going to say. All I'm going to say about Rihanna is, and all of y'all, it's been hot as hell this summer. Why are all of y'all wearing hot-ass clothes in the summer? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You got on fur in the summer. But we saw the same thing at the BET Award. Rickross and French, they had on furs. What the heck is going on with them, y'all? I think their brains are cooked. Only two things I know, and I ain't going to say nothing. I know sometimes when you on E-pills, you might get cold at night, or you might get cold when it ain't cold. I know sometimes stuff make you do that, but hopefully, I'm just going to leave that alone. Why the hell y'all wearing furs in the summer, y'all? In coats, in hoodies, in big-ass jeans. They starting to leather coats on stage. I've been seeing them with leather coats, all that. Leather coats in the stadiums. You know what I'm saying? But they was chilling, y'all. Y'all know yesterday Pharrell got the smoke. Y'all see y'all boy Hov got on them blue suede Pumas, right? Ha ha ha. Y'all know I already posted them red suede Pumas. I got me a pair. Tell you, man, Hov be knowing what's up. Just like you see his interviews, he be having on Adidas. I'm saying it for a reason, y'all. We'll get to that another time. When I was talking about classic hip-hop artifacts, and I was like, most of y'all talk that hip-hop rap, you ain't even got no hip-hop artifacts. That's why Hov flexing the blue Pumas on y'all, the blue suede joints. That's right. Every classic hip-hop item, I especially, yeah, I've been calling y'all bluff fake hip-hop fans. You just hip-hop fans online, y'all. So I'm saying that for a reason. Rocky is not a hip-hop fan. You see him pissed off. Jay-Z had his wife on stage. You can't do nothing about it. All right, they made him sit in the car. He had to go early to start the car. All right, he had to go early, start the car up, and that was it. So look, right? Told you the public has caught up, family. The veil is thin. Their true form is becoming visible. A lot of them are talentless. We're going to talk about Future. He being accused of the same thing. Future has the young generation cooking his ass. You know you're doing bad when the younger generation tell you you need to grow up. Told y'all they woke up, y'all. The young generation is telling Future, it's time to grow up, man. You still talking about bad chicks? You still talking about getting high, Future? You still talking about IG hoes? Bro, you need to grow up. Man, you talking about the same stuff when I was 17. Why? They ain't realizing Future been out for about 15 years. I told y'all time been flying. Life is past y'all by, y'all. A lot of y'all in a sunken place. You stuck in history. You stuck. But the young generation is waking up, y'all. Told y'all that's your only hope. The only hope is if the young generation wakes up. But somebody want to divide and conquer the young generation. So y'all pay attention. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Future's being dragged. Future and Atlanta being dragged. But now he being dragged. Also, around here, y'all, what did I tell you? When they come back out, they're going to look like a clown. Or you know what? If they don't look like a clown, or they don't look like salad dressing, they're not getting a check. You see Future with that choke on, don't you? All right. You see cut them dreads, right? You see Future ain't looking like Future for some reason, right? All right, he's looking like a clown. He's being roasted. He's being roasted by the generation that looked up to him. Told y'all, man, hip-hop dumbs you down. So you know what happened? Future been dumbing down so much, the young generation done got smarter than him now. Actually, I told you the younger generation is smarter than a lot of y'all think, and they actually are smarter than a lot of y'all. They are. Especially when it comes to this right here. They saying Future. I watched it with my own eyes. You know, people like 30 years old, 32, 28. They saying Future, when you going to grow up, bro? When you going to give us the grown man version of Future? You still rapping about IG hoes, bro, and how you take trips and do all this and that. Bro, you still rapping about getting high and doing drugs. Bro was like, man, bro, we don't get high like that no more. Told you, man. You just ain't going to see none of this positive stuff. I've been showing y'all everything on this channel. Been showing, the new generation, man, they waking up, man. They ain't going for this stuff. A lot of them questioning stuff. And I told you, it's a separation. They ain't buying that Diddy, Jay-Z. They ain't buying none of that. I said the young generation are the main ones exposing. The young generation are the main ones calling y'all out for being hypocrites. They starting to wake up and realize, man, y'all the generation sold my mama crack. I ain't proud of y'all that. Y'all the generation put my mama on that dope. Now y'all sit here proud of all that stuff. Tell you, man, a lot of them. Tell you what happened, man. So when I saw Future being cooked by the young generation that listened to him, that made it worse. They saying, Future, you about 44 years old, bro. When you gonna grow up? Ain't you about 45? Bro, man, what's up with you old heads? Straight up. So I'm like, wow, because everything they were telling the straight truth. Because I listened to Future new album. I did my little homework on it. And in my head, I'm like, he's still rap. I said, oh, this should sound the same. He's still doing the same raps. But I know some of Future. No, his brain is cooked. Future brain is cooked too. Yes. Now look at when he talked about he did 54 Xanax. He did all this Molly perk. Now look at Future like his brain has been cooked on all those drugs he rapped about. That's what happened. That's all that happened, y'all. And he can adjust to the new world. Now let's also go back to this. Somebody made a point. Future made club music. That's a fact. Him and Drake, the club music. So the clubs ain't popping no more. That's another strike against him. What else? People like Future because they were getting high. So I told you, people not getting high and drunk like that, and they seeing the reality of all this stuff. That's what Hov don't get. Bro, people ain't drunk on Ciroc. They not drunk on Duce. See, before these songs were performed, everybody was drunk and high. Bro, they also don't realize the gas back then was more official. The gas back then was more official. It make you laugh, make you goofy. This gas make you angry. This gas make you pass out like you on dope on the couch. This gas, y'all didn't know that this gas did not make you laugh. It don't make you get the giggles, the munchies. You see? Hold on, understand that. We tolerate a lot of stuff. We was high, all right? And a lot of my people was drunk. So being that our people don't get high and drunk like they used to, Because hoes don't want to respect in Future. See, Future don't respect vegans. He don't respect that. Future is not a guy that respect people that don't get high. So he had to learn the hard way. Bro, everybody don't get high no more. People are more into taking care of themselves. People started going to the gym, walking, running. You know, people are taking care of themselves, and they understand if they didn't stop listening to y'all, they was going to die early. And a lot of people didn't want high blood pressure, bad kidneys. So what happened is, Future and Jay, people realized how high and drunk they got, and they understood they got to take care of themselves now. So that's what made you irrelevant, Future. You became irrelevant to some people when they started joining the gym. That's it. So getting high is not cool, bro. You got away with that already. Nobody's proud to be on a Percocet. I don't think nobody's proud to be in a Molly head no more. All right? So the thing is this, Future, you being roasted by the young generation. They saying your ass ain't grow up. And they say you still rapping about young girls, 20-year-olds and strip clubs. They say, bro, when you going to grow up? They say your fans have started full families and you're still rapping about IG hoes. Told you, man, they stuck in the era, man. They stuck, man. They stuck. Do you hear what I said? He's still rapping about hoes and all this with the people that grew up to him, married men now. Your fans have passed you now, Future. Y'all kept banking on people being stupid. Y'all told you, man. A lot of your people got high IQs. Everybody ain't stupid, man. There's more people smarter than when hip-hop first started. There's more people, Jay-Z, there's more people started than your 30th anniversary. See, since you dropped, people way smarter, bro. That's the part you don't get. All right, people are smarter now, man. People do research. I gave y'all the hint. You from the era, you from the first era where they knew if your Jordans fake or real off the rip. Like you ain't tricking them with no fake ass Jordans. No, you trick your old head generation with the fake Jordans and Air Force Ones. Try to sell the new. When I say new generation, y'all, I be talking about Gen Z. You know what I'm saying? Millennial. I call you young. If you 28, 30, I call you young. I'm saying, I'm just gonna keep it real, all right? Some of y'all gotta grow up. Really, your ass supposed to be grown at 21, but I still call you young at 35. All right, so the young generation, you ain't tricking them with a pair of fake Jordans. But somehow y'all ain't want to respect that. Like, they know they stuff with certain things. They know they stuff, y'all. They do research. You ain't tricking them. But y'all from a generation of tricking people on little TVs in a room with an antenna. Y'all used to tricking people with publicity stunts. That don't work no more. I keep telling y'all. Y'all forgot we in the era now. They record, rewind it, blow it up, fast forward. They do a whole bunch, but they're going to peep you out. Man, we check serial now. That's why I say, y'all from the era of wearing fake-ass Gucci and fake-ass Louis and fake-ass everything, goddammit. Now we know about what we know about my young people. We know now, bro, all we got to do is check the tag. Bro, you got all that Gucci, what's the serial number? You know what I'm saying? All we got to know is the serial number. We know if that belt fake. We know if all that fake. What's the serial number on that? From them goddamn shades to them sneakers to them pants, they all got different serial numbers. Where they at? All right. You can't perpetrate designer no more. It got serial numbers. And not only serial numbers, it has the type number. See that? And you'll get busted. Also, even down to polo shirts. All right? Them things coded. I can scan your tag, man. That thing fake. So I told you, we in a new era you guys didn't want to respect. You still thought you were going to keep pulling your tricks and shenanigans. Nope. So let's go. I'm saying that for a reason, y'all. We in an era now you ain't going to be tricking people like you think you are. Not with them old tricks. They didn't want to respect. We in a time of fact check, man. What's up, y'all? Shout out. What's up, Dramatic? Supposedly, Diddy has 2 residences in Florida. Well, that's what we talking about. One of them joints sold. Y'all heard rumors of they connected underground, right? Y'all heard a lot of rumors, but this is how it worked with this whole Diddy thing. You heard truth. You heard lies. You heard lies mixed with truth, and you heard truth mixed with lies. You heard a lot. That's what went down with this whole Diddy stuff. It's all mixed together, which means some things you got to figure out and decode on your own. But here's the facts. Here is something that was covered up due to all the weekend behavior that, a lot of entertainment. But the reality is Diddy sold a mansion for $55 million. He sold his Star Island waterfront mansion months after offloading his lavish private jet And yes, the word is he has 2. And I think the catch is they're not saying which one he sold, but I'm assuming he sold the freak off mansion, as I call it. The one he had a lot of parties at. Now, once again, I tell you, man, the world is in on this. Meaning, somehow y'all thought it would disappear. I don't know. Y'all know Diddy also sold his private jet. So he done cashed out in about $75 million. But I want y'all to see this right here. You see this article? When I read this article, look what pop up. What shocking items did the FB find during the raid on Diddy's mansion? They asked the question on the pop-up. Let's play the game. What shocking items did the Gov find during the raid at Diddy's house? What did they find? Now, the question is, why the hell is this popping up when I'm looking at the article? But how many times I'm going to keep telling you? It's a whole bunch of jokes on what actually happened. When I said the whole America been laughing at this since day one, and I told you your culture was over after this. When y'all was saying free Diddy and proud, and y'all thought, oh, Diddy's in jail, life go back to normal. I told you it's never going back normal. You get it yet? Didn't I tell you the whole world been roasting y'all? You still don't get it yet. What shocking items were found on the raid? Hey, y'all, you ain't got to say what it was. But I'm just showing you, man. You know what came out that house. You see, and they ain't going to let it go. All right, there you go. Cases and boxes. We'll just leave it at that, Danny girl. The property was sold off to a Newport News-based company and also a guy from Virginia Beach. Long story short, somebody from Virginia that had the money, they bought the property for $55 million. And here you go right here. Combs also offloaded his private jet. He sold that for $20 million, between $20 and $30 million. So he sold a jet, he sold a Miami mansion, which would be considered losses. Y'all also saw Boosie. Did y'all see Boosie trying to say he paid for a pardon? Once again, how many of y'all believe that? See, when you're a criminal and you got a criminal mind, you from the streets, or you don't understand your country because you're not free, you don't know the law, so you're not free, right? You actually believe you can pay for a pardon. All right, man, let's go. Chris Brown and Usher had a fight at their concert. Now, y'all also know, being that Jay-Z had a concert this week, nobody was allowed to post nothing about Usher and Chris Brown. They were not allowed to speak about no other concerts. They made Jeezy leave his concert. They made asaprocky leave his concert. That's something else y'all not thinking about. asaprocky is on tour. This man left his tour with his wife to go here. Jeezy did the same thing. Now today, y'all, Mary got smart. I must crown Mary again. I think Mary been listening. I think Mary did a smart move, y'all. So today I'm going to crown Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige didn't come. That's why TEYANA had to sing that song. And Mary J. Blige allegedly brought out 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Not on the same stage, back to back, something like that. Mary stayed up but in Vegas. She did right. She didn't go there. She stayed away, y'all. So I think to stick it to Mary, because she didn't want to come or didn't come, whatever. Who knows? I still think they set TEYANA up with singing that part. So Mary gonna watch today how TEYANA being ruined for singing her part, and TEYANA gonna be ruined, explain herself on how she did so horrible. The whole thing was they're all distracted while Jay-Z gets all the glory. So we're gonna get back into that. TEYANA got to explain herself. No. Meanwhile, Chris Brown, bad news, y'all. Now, what am I showing you? Chris Brown and Usher been on tour for about a week. They ain't been covering it because of Hov. But now, soon as they get bad news, a fight, here you go. Chris Brown and Usher, a fight. Rumbling, y'all. They was rumbling. Bad news, bad news. So when I told the people, yeah, the culture gonna still do what they do, I said, but wherever they go, they're going to keep getting bad news, bad news, bad news. Told you it was going to happen. Once again, I will repeat the same thing. They will not get no glory in the end. But Hov just made sure he took his glory. Now, Hov did. He did. Hov, Jay-Z know these things, man. The guy's smart with a lot of stuff, man. He got all the glory in the end. He did. He did. I'll show you. This man had YouTube was praising him. He had radio stations, national TV, national, breakfast. He had national airways praising him. He had fans praising him. Bloggers. Yes, he got all the glory. And in the end, he made TEYANA praise his ass. Damn. Hey, look at this speech TEYANA. She ain't never say this to her damn family. This song she supposed to say to her daddy, her mama. She said it to Jay-Z. Look at this, y'all. Thank you, Jay-Z, for allowing me to be part of such an iconic night. Thank you for the opportunity, the trust, and the honor. I'll never take these moments for granted. And I'll carry this one with me forever. Happy 30th anniversary to the albums that changed the culture forever. What culture? I told you. Now you see when they keep saying culture? When I tell y'all, that's what I mean, y'all. When they say the culture, I'm not with their culture. This is all I meant to show y'all when I was saying little things. I'm not against the people. I'm not with the people that's down with that culture. All right? That's all I be telling you. All right? They have their own culture. Now, you're going to see TEYANA giving these weird praises. She making it like she's happy to be there when in reality, she's more relevant than all of them. They used her for her clout and shine. They at home chilling. She's embarrassed explaining herself. Making excuses saying, well, I'm not going to look at it negative. I'm happy to be here. Like, I'm not going to listen to what y'all saying. Like, y'all trying to hate on me and bring this bad energy because I'm messing up, whatever. But she's trying to say, I'm not going to get caught up in that. I'm going to appreciate the moment. I got the chance to be on stage with Jay-Z. That's what TEYANA is saying. She's also talking like she's not supposed to be there. She said the sound and in-ear said not today. So she's saying she couldn't hear. The gratitude was louder than any mic. She's saying she got so much love and praise, she couldn't hear, whatever. I may not have been able to hear a damn thing, but one thing I could do is see. So she is saying she got a lot of love, the screams, the cheers, and she's saying that's why she couldn't hear herself singing. But this is the main part she went into. I got to see this little Harlem girl talking about herself in third person, stand beside the GOAT in Yankee Stadium in front of over 40,000 people who showed so much love. If you would have told this little Harlem girl that one day she would share the stage with Jay-Z in one of the most iconic stadiums in the world, she would have never believed you. So TEYANA is letting y'all all know she's just happy to be there, which means she didn't even accept the fact that she's already a star. And I don't think she knows how to be a star. She don't know how to be a star, y'all. She don't know how to be a star. Guys, when you're a star, you don't kiss other stars, but you don't do that. Especially not public. They don't do that, y'all. Now, they might give them a little bit of respect in an interview, but they ain't doing all that praising. Out of all the actors, you ever seen Will Smith and Denzel kissing each other butt like that? You ever seen Samuel Jackson bowing down to Denzel, Will Smith? No. Meaning everybody, it's all competition. I respect those dudes, but I got my own career. How do I look praising this man if we in the same field? You know what I'm saying? They don't get it, y'all. She don't understand, y'all. She didn't get that far. Like, they are way ahead of her. They way ahead of her. If she don't understand, until you get to their level, you can be right back to where you started from. You're messing up, singing a song you shouldn't have sung. You didn't need to. You didn't have to. TEYANA, you deserve the right to be at that show, just enjoying that damn show. You already put in your work. They needed you there. By you there, you blessed the show. If you just walked on the stage and waved, you would have blessed the show. But I think somebody wanted you to sing so you'll be embarrassed. I think somebody wanted you to work. All right, because they had to work. And they made you work. And on top of that, TEYANA, your co-partner, he's being roasted. So for you, TEYANA, it's going to be a bad week and a bad weekend. Trust me, you're going to be depressed. You're going to be depressed. Yes, you are. Maybe that was the plan, TEYANA. All right? Maybe that was the plan. Top of the top, we up. We are up this morning. So, this the role, TEYANA, this the role you played in your movie. Do you think that role you played in One Day After Another, whatever it's called, right? Do you think this role really made you a star? A superstar? Or are you just not getting your 15 minutes of fame? And I'm saying that because she has to do more movies, quick. I'm talking about goody two-shoe movies. If she don't do no good movies no time soon, she will be stuck in this role. And little does she know she might be on her way out already. Let's rewind it. What happened to Monique? She got an award, right? What happened after that? What happened to the girl that played Precious? She got an award, right? What happened after that? Meaning, when they get those awards, they must go back to work and get some good jobs to get away from these roles. So when you heard about Monique was getting roles, turning them down for a certain amount of money, you're going to see her acting career stopped after that because she didn't keep her acting career going. She got caught up in too much time arguing and worried about Oprah. Tell you, they don't understand distractions in their world. You can see they don't understand the big picture. TEYANA, if you'd have never did this event, you wouldn't be explaining yourself. On top of that, you're not realizing you're supposed to be acting and doing stuff. I've been seeing TEYANA doing nothing but posting and talking online. Posting. They think that praise online is reality when it's not. Praise online don't sell out theaters no more. Movies are back in the theaters now. Movies are back in the theater. I keep telling y'all, all that online stuff don't mean nothing. Meaning, they could be famous online all day, but if they do a movie and they don't sell out them theaters, I must say this as well, y'all. I must keep it real and tell y'all what it is. Michael Jackson movie has made the most money in time. The Michael Jackson movie grossed $1 billion around the world. But what else they didn't know about Michael Jackson? Why they so happy? Which y'all didn't get. They've been making money off Michael Jackson since he died. Michael Jackson is the highest generating money maker that's dead. That's something else y'all didn't get. Because what? You love Michael. That's the truth of Mike. Mike is the highest generating money maker dead. Ever since he died, that's been the scoreboard. Every year he generates a certain amount of wealth. That movie Michael generated $1 billion around the world, y'all. There you got it. Because things are back in the movies. You get what I'm saying now? All right. Things are somewhere else. That's why everything has come back out and filtered for the new generation. Now they can experience the movie theater. Yes. And to give us social events to do with our families and loved ones, we can go back to going to the movies to do stuff. No more just in the house watching stuff, talking all day online. All right? I told y'all that's where we at. Just an update. Now, what TEYANA must understand, she got to do more work. Now y'all got the proof on Young Miami. Young Miami stepping down from the concert. I told y'all they were going to block her shine one way or another. I told you, if she don't do another song, she's going to disappear this summer. Now y'all got it. This industry is a dirty game. Young Miami ain't nobody to help her, man. You know what I mean by that? She was supposed to have something to back that song up. But once again, once everybody was online praising her, once they set out their mouth, she has the song of the summer. And this game called entertainment, she said that. They said that because I know what it means. That means she about to get this money. That means she about to rebrand herself. That means by the fall, school come in, she be at a different level. Then you're going to see Beyonce. Stop that. Beyonce made sure she took her light, dropped that little song. What I told y'all, family, what? It's not about if Beyonce's song is hot or not. It's not about if you like it. It's about stopping her traction. So when Beyonce dropped that song, Donk or whatever, it stopped her traction. Then she had the challenge popping. My Young Miami had a challenge popping. Beyonce dropped the challenge. Stop. Then before Young Miami look up, Beyonce on that stage performing. Then she did what? 2 nights. So that's why I say Young Miami had some music done by the weekend, so she could have been blending her remix of her new music over the weekend, keeping her buzz going. Or by this week, she got some new stuff to come back to let them know I'm still here. That shit ain't work. But if she didn't do that, I knew it was going to happen. They're going to smother her. And the key word is this. When they say Young Miami had the whole summer, Beyonce made a point to say she's dropping, but she's getting ready for September. Low-key saying, I'm going to be around the whole summer. You see what I'm saying? Same way I told you, Beyonce is really bouncing off Jay-Z with the hair situation. All that hair is about Beyonce. So there's many things going on, man. This Yankee Stadium was also for Beyonce to get a free showcase. This event was also a Yankees reboot. So when Dame said he had on a lot of Yankee merch, that is the truth, because it seemed like that's all he had on, which is clear proof it was a rebranding of Yankees. Because we know since a lot of people stopped wearing hats, growing out dreads, and many other reasons, fitted hats went up, they did start losing sales. Even a snapback will cost you 40. That's right. I know why a lot of people stop wearing hats. It costs money. It costs. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Same way a lot of people started growing out their hair because they didn't want to pay for a haircut. Huh? That's the trick the ladies didn't know. You know what I'm saying? For a fresh haircut and a hat, ladies, that's about $75 on a man's head. But y'all got used to, I ain't gonna say nothing. A real fit is $50. You got fit is $55. You got snapbacks 40. So if bro get a fresh cut, get his beard trimmed, he done spent $35 on his face head. He bought a fresh fitted. That bro got about $7,500 on his head. You know what I'm saying? But people got so low level, they stopped wearing hats because they want to pay for them. They stopped getting haircuts because they want to pay for them. How you know that? They even stopped getting edge ups for the dreads. They didn't want to get haircuts. They even stopped washing them. They stopped getting retwists. They start costing them money. They got tricked. See, a lot of people grew up dreads because they didn't want to pay for haircuts, but then they wound up having to pay for what? Retwists. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is everybody stopped wearing hats. And I understand Yankees had to rebrand them Yankee hats. Y'all know the Yankee hat was the #1 seller, but they wasn't selling like they used to. Y'all know that. People stopped wearing them. And people stopped wearing the Yankee merch like they used to. Meanwhile, yes, he got paid. He helped rebrand that brand. So on the back end, it was a disturbance. And word is they was scared. Word is it was chaotic. They didn't know what was happening. They didn't know what was going to go on. They didn't know what was next. Because they breached the walls without being searched. And people was pissed. So what happened is a portion of the media suppressed the real coverage. Meaning they suppressed how the people really felt standing outside all that time. That part got downplayed. See, people was really pissed. I saw a man that spent $3,000. He couldn't get inside. So they downplayed the actual cause and effect of the walls getting breached. Because after the walls got breached, you're looking at a backup. When the walls got breached, it backed everything up, and it was said they had to go through the door one by one by one by one by one. And that's what took so long. One by one. You see all the people, y'all? They had to get checked one by one. And they say that was the big holdup. So in your mind, you think about this. Your ass is way back there waiting to get in there. Man, y'all some good fans, y'all. Hey, Jay-Z, you need to appreciate these people, man. Jay-Z, you need to go back to the Bronx and do something. Because this stuff they did, it was sad. People had to call out for work the next day, everything, man. And the reason why I started, if Memphis Bleak would have never been doing an interview that the next morning, I would have got it clear. Because I understand Memphis Bleak is a public defender. But I knew that if this event, meaning, okay, if this chaos wasn't that major, I looked at it like Memphis Bleak wouldn't be explaining himself or explaining the situation. So when I saw him explaining the situation, I understood it was more worse than what it appeared to be. Because I have to keep reminding myself, they got to keep a certain order in New York. So they got to explain it to New York fans. They got to do certain things. Because the word is a lot of people were pissed. And people was fainting, throwing up. That's what they said. Ambulance pulled up. We saw the pictures. So they downplayed the chaotic event. But the truth is, in real time, they were panicking. People were scared. They didn't know what happened because they got through without weapons. And they got in without paying. By them getting out with paying meant it wasn't no tracking on them. They didn't use no card. Get it? Which means if somebody did want to come in and do harm, that was a threat. Because now you got people in the stadium that's not supposed to be in here. They could be in here with knives and shanks. So they locked it down like prison. Which means on the inside, they were scared. Because the celebrities were on the first, y'all know they were on the first floor. They were on the first floor by the stage. Meaning, even though it didn't start, they were still on the first floor. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, if they was to break in, say if they was to break in and cause violence, the people on the second top floors, they would have been okay. They would have nothing to worry about. The people on the low floors would have something to worry about. Let's say they came in on some wild stuff, beating people up and cutting, whatever they doing, wildness. Okay? The people that's on them lower decks, they the ones got to be worried. So they didn't know who all got in, how many, where they at. They didn't know these things, so they had to lock it down. So, you know, he had to explain himself. And he explained about the trampling. They didn't want no trampling. No, it was bigger than that. That might have been part of it, but no. The real panic was they breached that damn security without being checked. And they didn't have tickets. That was the fear. Because you also know, they also probably had to check in there and see who got tickets. Where your tickets at? When you got the ticket? That probably took a long time. But they tried to downplay it. That's all it was. It ain't nothing major. But they were scared, y'all. Yes, they were. Other than that, good news is good news. Hov got all the glory. So now let me let y'all see it. They said Rihanna was lazy, and they said she sounded like a frog. Rihanna trolled over lazy performance as she returns to stage with Jay-Z for the first time in 3 years. So what they say about Rihanna? Rihanna sound like a frog. I'm sorry. But I'm her fan, big time frog, Rihanna. Go to the booth. They say she sounded horrible, man. And they said she was lazy. But people say that she didn't want to do it, man. So we're not going to get into all of that. Once again, Jay-Z with Kobe Bryant wife was there. You also see Jay-Z posing with asaprocky wife. But if somebody do that to his wife, his ass gonna have a fit. See, Jay, you don't play fair, bro. Somebody even say, hi, Beyonce, you gonna want to fight, bro. See the stuff you be doing, Hov, right? Oh, you be doing it to yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody even look at your wife. Bro, the word is when you're around you, Hov, you got to look down like Master said. Same way Master said on the plantation. Word is when you with Beyonce, you got to look down. You can't look at her. That's the word, bro. But you see the stuff you doing, right? Word is asaprocky was spotted in the crowd with his fist balled up, but he couldn't do nothing. H-Town girl. Now, that's when Rihanna tried to dap him up, though. Before she got up the stage, she tried to give him a dap, y'all. Yes, she did. She tried to give him a shake. She tried to give him a shake of fidelity. He was like, no, you may shake of mine. Don't play me like that. That's why I say, Hov ain't going for certain stuff, y'all. You're like, don't play with me like that. No, you ain't giving me no handshake, girl. Come here. That's what happened. Watch the tape. Watch the tape, y'all. Watch the tape. That's what happened. She tried to throw her hand out. He was like, no, don't play me like that. Don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? But somebody do that to his wife, he ain't gonna like it. See that hole? Word is, you made Sean Paul disappear. The word is, that's why y'all got Rihanna. Y'all don't know the history? Sean Paul was the Jamaican man. He was the West Indian singer on Def Jam. But the word is he was touching Beyonce too much. So to get a new West Indian singer, they went and got Rihanna. That's what happened. Allegedly, they said Jay-Z got rid of Sean Paul. All because of Beyonce. Y'all saw all that online? So you got proof. Hov, you ain't gonna let nobody even touch your wife, man. You wrong for that, bro. You wrong. I'm the one to tell you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You wrong for that. You gotta be fair. If you could dance with this man's wife, somebody should be able to dance with your wife. Hov, you know damn well back in the day at the party, they switch your wives. May I dance with your wife, please? You supposed to be a gentleman and say, yes, sir, you can. But you ain't gonna do that, Hov. You want to come to the party, dance with everybody else's wife, but nobody can touch your wife. Man, you a foul dude, bro. Hove will be Hove, y'all. Hove will be Hove. I actually think Hove like bad news, y'all. I think he likes it too. I think he love it all. I think he loves it all, y'all. I just do. I think this man love attention so much. He love D-Haven, dissing them all day. I think he loves it, y'all. He loves it. Long as they talk about him, he understands the art. Long as they talk about Jay-Z, rather see us talk dirty about him than sitting back praising Drake. Y'all got it twisted. He rather see us trashing him than sitting back praising everybody else. Shit, long as they ain't sitting back, I don't care. I think that's how he look at it, y'all. I'm just sorry. He rather see us be negative towards him than praise Drake. They say, man, that's a good album. I love that album. You don't want to hear that shit. Yo, man, they understand his media. As long as we get all the attention, that's all that matters. And it worked. But now, Drake, it's on you now, Drake. Nicki already trolled from the White House. You can't top that. But we're going to get out of here, y'all. Leonardo DiCaprio, look what they said about him, y'all. I ain't even going to repeat it. I'm not even going to repeat it. So my point with TEYANA is I want y'all to get this part with her. She's losing credibility. She's ruining her name by hanging with them, by doing small, petty rap stuff, keep hanging around BT, acting ratchet, going to all these parties. She's lowering her stock. She only has $5 to $8 million. She just got awarded for a hit movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. But as we speak, he's being dragged for being in the Jeffrey files. And they are actually pulling up stuff that he said. And allegedly, Leonardo was talking about 70 pounds of meat. And I'm going to just leave it at that. And a cannibal diet. A cannibal diet. So we're going to leave it at that, y'all. But just know, TEYANA now has to deal with the embarrassment of her concert and her co-host, Leonardo DiCaprio. Which means it's no guarantee TEYANA's career is going forward in the acting field. It's no guarantee of that. But what we know around here, we already know Leonardo DiCaprio, his career been over. We knew that 2024. That's why we understood when he did that movie with TEYANA, that was a humiliation movie. Y'all didn't get that movie he did with her was the lowest level movie he ever did in his life. That movie he did with her was below his standards. Thank you, H-Town girl. That movie he did with her was the lowest movie ever, y'all. Yes. It just was. And that's why he had to play a low-level guy that gets her pregnant. Leonardo played a role of a baby father in that movie, y'all. He was a baby father. And she was a baby mama. But it also was shown in the movie that she's this militant woman that's freaky, and she's also brainwashed by all these movements. Yes. So she also played the role of the rebellious woman, the rebellious black woman. But it was hypocritical because she had a what? A white man husband, a white baby father. So I'm telling you, the movie was a joke. In reality, it was. Which means if she don't do nothing better than that movie, she might not be in no real movies no more. All right? And I'm not talking about Tyler Perry movies. She might be in a lot of those. But this the role of the movie. This is the role she played in her movies. Period. Did what they was doing to her in that movie. Well, worse. Then she also was doing some stuff to people too. Yeah. Hey, Master, why you touching her booty like that? Is it soft? Hey, Master, can I touch it? That's what they're saying. All right, y'all, let's get out of here, man. We don't want to get in no trouble. It's just entertainment. We trying to get through this summer. Hey, Jay-Z delivered, y'all. But everybody else got a hold of bags. Everybody else got a hold of bags. Now, Hov getting a good sleep. I'm going to assume when Jay-Z sleep at night, sometime he snores. I'm going to say that. I think he having a good sleep at night, snoring his ass off. Yes. And I think he's going to be nice to everybody around him. I think he's going to give his servants a day off at work, everything, man. I think Hov had one of his greatest weekends of all time. That's the part y'all not getting. He was able to prove a point that no matter what he go through, no matter what he's accused of, no matter how much people play with his name, he still has a lot of important people to stand by him in a crisis. There you go, y'all. And the funny part is he got more money than all of them. He got paid off that event. I mean, hey, now like I say, if Jay-Z never asked you for no favors, you might have had to do it for free. I ain't never asked you for nothing. Just give me this one favor. Jeezy, just give me this one favor. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just give me one. I looked out for y'all, right? Give me one favor, man. I need this money. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know who got paid what. He might ain't have to pay nobody nothing. Because at the end of the day, if he did give Jeezy that deal. Everybody he gave a deal to, he don't got to give nothing for real. Because I never asked y'all for nothing. If he never asked him, look, I just need this one free shot. Man, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to do this. I ain't gonna put the money. I'm not even, look, he not even gonna put the word money in the conversation. Yo, Jeezy, I need you to pull up. All right, that's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. RIHANNA, ASAP, wake up. I need y'all later. I think that's it. You get it? So on that note, y'all enjoy y'all day. We out of here. And hopefully this Yankee Stadium stuff is closed up. Word is, it was a deranged man running around with a butter knife swinging at people. So I don't know what happened. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Y'all stay tuned. Thank you everybody for tapping in. And watch what's happening, man. Future has the young generation telling him he need to grow up. The same people that grew up on Future music, they say, bro, we not getting high no more like that. Bro, you need to grow up. When you gonna make some grown man music? That shit hilarious. They say he fell off, he can't rap, he trash. Straight up. Young Miami, I feel sorry for a little bit, but then again, I don't. She got canceled for the summer. Yes. And the diddler sold the Miami property. We out, man. Enough is enough. Y'all enjoy y'all day. Thanks for tapping in, and I'll see y'all later.